ordered one of the pieces myself. You can now see a really ugly picture of me modelling it as best I possibly can.
What's up? Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me okay. Nice to see a few of you in the building already. NS Sports TV. I'm good, thank you. How are you? If you guys don't know me, my name is Fran. I just realised I forgot to put my light on. I'm a massive Arsenal fan and football artist. I love everything to do with football. Love talking about football too. It's late on a Sunday evening. Yesterday, I'm still getting over our 5-0 defeat to 5-0 victory over Crystal Palace at the Emirates yesterday, back from our winter break. Arsenal have come back with a bit of a statement for the second half of the season. And what I was interested to do today was really look over what Mikel and a few of the players have said following that result, because hopefully we can kind of learn where their heads are at and if they do have the ambition to go all the way. And as you may have seen from the thumbnail and title, it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek again, because I'm not sure I believe Mikel, but he did say we will go for it when speaking to TNT Sports in regards to whether that he was asked whether Arsenal are going for the league title. So make of this what you will, but we're going to just see what we can glean from, first of all, Mikel's post-match presser. It'll be fascinating and scintillating. You guys know how much he loves to share everything he's thinking and feeling in them. Not. So we're going to whip over Mikel's presser, see if we can learn anything through the piles and piles of waffle and PR. And then also, I don't know if you guys have noticed that TNT, they're actually really good at like their pitch side interviews with the players and managers afterwards, and the players are a bit more relaxed in them. So I want to see what our players said following the match and see if we can work out where their headspace is. But yeah, just generally enjoy the fallout from yesterday, but kind of good fallout. Is it good fallout? How are you guys feeling? I'm still feeling like really quite happy about the result. It needs to be, as I said yesterday, a springboard and like jump on forward from this point and just get better and better. But couldn't have asked for much more on our return from the winter break. But let's say hello to a few of you in the chat first. NS Sports TV, thank you for joining. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Raman saying, big up, Fran. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Big up to you too, Raman. I hope you had a good weekend too. I've just come from having a really nice Chinese takeaway with my sister, boyfriend, and our 2 best friends, and we were watching movies and stuff. So I've had a really good weekend. I hope you guys have had a good weekend. Here where I am, it's really stormy though. I think there's like a big storm in the UK. So that's kind of scary, but if you're inside, then it's fine. But everyone be careful driving around and stuff. We just had quite a scary drive. The car was like skidding all over the place, but we're okay. And if you stay inside, I like having the rain on the window and stuff. But I love a bit of rain, as long as I'm not outside in it. BX is here. What's up? Saying good evening, Frank. Good evening to you too. Late on a Sunday night. I don't know if you guys have work in the morning, but let's just enjoy this last bit of the weekend together. Chat about the Arsenal. Hello, Fran. We can hear you. Oh, good. Thank you for letting me know. Is your name short for Francesca by any chance? It sure is. Yeah, my full name is Francesca. Brenny, what's up? Thank you for joining me. Saying evening, Fran, and to all in the chat. Big up the legend, Franyo. Big up the legend, Ravi, yo. Thank you so much. Always here, each and every time. I see you, Ravi. Thank you so much. And Niall is here too, saying good evening. Good evening to you all. Thank you again. Ravi saying Arsenal have to strengthen the team so that they can be consistent in games to win the league. Yeah, I think I completely agree with that. But it just looks like it's not going to happen. This has been the most boring January transfer window. I think only like Brentford and Spurs are doing anything. No one's buying any players. It's ridiculous, and we need them so badly. Great weekend footy-wise. Was it? Are you being sarcastic? Because I thought it was rubbish. Today I was watching Liverpool v Bournemouth in like a hope-along, just hoping that Solanke would like have a hat trick or something, but it ended up just getting boring. Liverpool winning 4-0. I was fuming. So it's clear that we can't wait on Liverpool to just drop form. They're actually back. They're actually good again, unfortunately. I'm just going to give up watching them or City and hoping for them to drop points, because it's just not going to happen. It's just going to cause me pain that I don't need. Big up Connor, CMO Sports. I love your new logo. Everyone subscribe to Connor's channel if you haven't. Of course, he's amazing. He's amazing. Like, I know a little bit about the game, but Connor like speaks facts. I love it. Big up Fran. Looking forward to having you on the channel tomorrow. Yes. I totally forgot. Sorry, Connor. I should have mentioned that first. But tomorrow, of course, I'm going on Connor's channel for the first time. I'm so excited. I could talk to that guy for hours and hours. Like, we have really similar views on the game, and I love it. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'll post on the community tab. Also, turn your notifications on, and we will, see how it's going. Katie, I've just seen. That's my best friend. What's up, Katie? Love from Montreal, Canada. Oh, that's sick. Do you know, this is probably random, but there's a song by The Weeknd called Montreal, and I love that song. But oh god, I'd love to go to Canada. I haven't left Europe yet. So many places I want to visit. But thank you for tuning in. Jagan's here. What's up? Jan is a tough window for teams. Yeah, it is, but that doesn't make it any less painful. Arsenal won, Fran. That's all that matters, lol. Yeah, good weekend football-wise for Arsenal. That's what you can say. I thought you meant it was a good weekend football-wise for just in terms of a spectator. Like, there were loads of mad matches on. I was kind of thinking, like, have we been experiencing the same weekend? Like, this weekend's football's been dead, obviously, because it's the winter break, so it's staggered. Half the teams are off this week. We were off last week. But yeah, in terms of like our result, I couldn't be happier. Jota was incredible. Yeah, he was. To be fair, congratulations, Ravi. Your team did really well. You guys are back. It pains me to say, and we as an Arsenal fan though, Ravi, like, we must not come behind you this season, because after last season, we came so close. We were such close runners up. So it seems like if City were to like perform again, like, no one, we should still be just behind City. You know, it feels wrong for someone else to then like get in front of us as well as City. Like, that's our spot. So you guys better just chill, you know. We have to do our part. You never know. Exactly. You do never know. I mean, what's exciting today is I'm looking at what the manager's saying, what the players are saying, and they seem to believe like there is still like massive hope for the title race itself. And there is. We're going to look at the Premier League table and stuff. So, you know, just see kind of realistically what we think can actually come of this now. Fran, we don't have Premier League game until the 31st of January. Are you a City fan, or do you mean like us as Arsenal? Because I see that you've got obviously a City player in your profile picture. I've forgotten his name. What's his name? Yeah, so City aren't playing till the 31st of Jan, or is that Arsenal? Arsenal aren't playing for ages. We've got like 10 days now. But at least we've got 10 days to stew over a win this time and not another loss. So big up, Connor. You're doing amazing as always, says Katie. Thank you. I needed that. Thank you. Alvarez, of course. I think he's like an attractive player. He's hot. He's hot. Ravi saying, Fran, for you, the way I sets the current team up and plays in games, is it able to win the league? Currently, how he's setting it up, like, as of this season, no. But if he were to make a few tweaks and set things up slightly differently, so rotate a little bit more, mix up the tactics a little bit more, sometimes do a bit more direct ball. So far, it has not been good enough to win the league, I don't think, this season. But with a couple of tweaks, definitely, for sure, I think. City fan. Oh, what's up? Resident City fan. Oh, the rivals are in the chat. So it's Alvarez, and we are playing Burnley on the 31st. Oh, so you've got a bit of a break too. Are the City players doing anything? Are they going away to Dubai? Are they going to Salt Bay's restaurant? I don't know. Oh yeah, you're on your break now as well, like we were last week. But let's hope City come back a bit tired and jaded. We don't need you guys coming back even stronger, which you always do. This is the time where City will become supersonic. You know, like that moment in Eminem's Rap God song where it goes, "And now it's time to become supersonic." You know that bit. That's the only like 2 lines of it, but that's you guys basically in from January onwards. So Arsenal just have to hope to replicate that this season. That is my hope, that from now on Arsenal will also become supersonic. It's a slim hope, it's perhaps deluded, but it's all I can hope for at this moment. But anyway, so let us get into where we currently sit at the moment. Do hit the likes as well. I always forget to say that. Yeah, please do hit the likes. I forgot to put a poll up. But yeah, we exceeded the 40+ likes yesterday, so that was awesome. Since I started streaming daily, like I'm getting more comments and stuff, so consistency is key. And just thank you very much for being here with me as I try to grow the channel. So anyway, this is the Premier League table as it stands at the moment. So Liverpool today, convincing 4-0 win over Bournemouth, putting them 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Congratulations, Ravi. Oh, it makes me sad to see, but it's by no means an unsurpassable gap. I mean, we were, 10 points clear? Obviously, as Arsenal fans, we know how quickly that lead can disappear, so watch out. Yeah, we learnt the hard way. But obviously Liverpool are unlikely to collapse as hard as Arsenal did, because you guys have been there, done it before. Klopp's been there, done it before. Your players know what it takes. So it's going to have to be a case of Arsenal really playing out their skin, and maybe Liverpool dropping the odd couple of points. I don't think they'll capitulate. They don't have it in them the way that we do. I at least I don't see. You guys haven't been there and done it before, so we can't hope on an Arsenal-style capitulation. We can just hope to capitalise on you guys dropping the odd couple of points and us continuing to win. So for Arsenal, every game is a must-win, if we've got any chance of getting there to the top with you guys. So nice to see Tottenham. I know that Villa. So Tottenham. They've played. Did Tottenham lose? What's going on here? So we've played 21 games. Tottenham have played 21 games. Okay. Oh, yeah, they did lose, didn't they? Right. Okay. So we played the same number of games as Tottenham, but we're 3 points ahead. Cool. That'll shut up the Spurs fans for a little bit. But yeah, so we're on 43 points with City, Villa, and ourselves. And Tottenham are just below that on 40. Villa and us have played 21 games. Man City still have a game in hand, and they're on 43 points with us. So, yeah, you'd expect City to be even more ahead once they've played their game in hand, but you never know. So we're not too far behind. We're 5 points off Liverpool, who have also played 21 games. So it is all to play for, and it feels a little miserable at times. But, you know, as an optimist, it is all still to play for. Perhaps Arsenal will respond a little better to being the ones chasing rather than the ones in the lead, because we just could not handle that. So perhaps, yeah, being the ones chasing will feel a little easier for Arsenal, because we seemingly just hate being on top of the table. We just, we go, oh my God, and then just decide to like screw things up ourselves. So, Ramen with the fighting talk saying that City are gonna go 3 points ahead of Arsenal. Yeah, we can do that. That's okay. 3 points is okay. You know, 10, I'm not too sure of, but you're allowed to go 3 ahead if you like. What's your next game? Ramen also saying that, oh, you're playing Burnley, right? Burnley, they can be tricky, but with Vincent, you know, the way they play, so open and attacking, you could really just thrash them. If KDB has a little bit of space, then they're gonna get demolished. So, as Ramen says, Fran, I'm glad KDB is back. The league is in trouble now. Yeah, that performance with him coming back the other day, I can't remember who you were playing. He was unreal. I like his new hairdo too. Like, honestly, for me, like one of the best midfielders in the Prem of all time. Like, he's so underrated. I think maybe because he's not like, I think he just needs to start getting the praise that he's due. He's just out of this world, like his vision and stuff. So yeah, the Prem is kind of in trouble that he's back, and I wish Arsenal had taken more advantage of City being a little bit out of form so annoying because now Kevin's back and it's just gonna make everything a whole lot harder. But great, cheers, Kevin. That looks like Julian Alvarez. Yes. Fran, are Arsenal guilty of trying to do too many passes in the box, trying to score the perfect goals at times? Yes. So you're an opposition fan and you can see it. It's been so annoying. This is why I've coined the phrase death by 1,000 passes. It's so frustrating. I mean, yeah, we seem to take so long to make an attempt at a shot. And even when it is an attempt at a shot, it's like slow and half-hearted. We've been complaining about this even since last season, but it's definitely got worse this season, trying to like pass our way into the perfect shot. And I understand you doing that, but the problem is we pass so slowly. If you were doing like proper Barcelona tiki-taka style passing, then yeah, you might be able to like bamboozle your opponents a little bit, but we're passing it like the speed of a snail and then expecting there to be space in the box to shoot, and there just isn't. And even if there is, then they still just pass it again and still don't shoot. It's the most frustrating thing, honestly. Taib saying Liverpool don't look like they will lose again anytime soon, lol. Yeah, I hate to say it, but they look really good today. I heard as well that you guys have the best defence in the league. So there goes the narrative about Liverpool not being great at the back. And also you've scored second second highest amount of goals behind City. So yeah, it's looking scary. It's looking scary. Hopefully they draw v Chelsea. Hopefully it'll be a Nicholas Jackson masterclass. I don't think those words will ever be in a sentence together. I don't know. What's up, Taib? Thank you for joining. Hi, chat. That game is always a draw. Yeah, Liverpool, Chelsea could happen. Smash the likes up. Yeah, thank you. The game is at the Etihad versus Burnley. Yeah, that'll probably be a Burnley on toast. Fran, we could do swap deals, KDB for Odegaard. Joking. Are you being serious? Like, you must be absolutely joking. KDB is like miles and miles and miles of levels clear of Odegaard. That's wild. The thing about KDB as well, like in the big moments, he always steps up and always shows up, where sometimes with Odegaard, it feels like he disappears in like some of the really big games. So it's just nowhere near. Tyrell Gunner TV, what's up? Saying, hi, Fran, big up. After Liverpool winning today, when we play them after the Forest game, we've got to beat them. Yeah, extremely huge, massive opportunity, as you say. Complete 6-pointer. That is one of the games where it'll actually be in our hands and we're not just having to prey on Liverpool's downfall. So that will be a game where we can stop them getting another 3 points and get 3 ourselves, obviously, to state the obvious. I can't explain how important it is. I mean, at least we've already played them. Well, we played them in the league already and the FA Cup. Didn't we also play them in some... I feel like we've played them 3 times this season, but we can't have. Either way, hopefully Arteta and the management team will have analysed like what we can do to actually beat them, because we keep just drawing. So it's got to be 3 points. I completely agree. Everyone do subscribe to Tyrell Gunner TV if you haven't. That guy's great. What's up? And of course, Jordan Hyman, LFC. It's your birthday on Tuesday. I remember it's your birthday stream on Tuesday, so we will all be there. Oh no, not feeling confident, NS Sports TV. Again, subscribe to NS Sports TV too, saying Liverpool are easily going to beat us. Come on, have some fighting talk. That's not the spirit. But I'm not sure how much fighting talk I would have if I supported Chelsea at the minute, so I don't blame you. Rahman again saying about KDB. Fran, last year he was playing with a hamstring injury and still won us the league. Yeah, he's scary. He is really scary. Oh, absolute superhuman. I actually can't. I still can't believe he's on the same team as Haaland. 2 like superhuman freaks. It's not fair. It's not fair. Shouldn't be allowed. But anyway, we're going to look at what Mikel thinks about all of this. He was asked about Arsenal's chances in the league going forward and, you know, whether we want to win the title and stuff. And I'm always saying, like, please, Mikel, just put a line in the sand and say you want to win it this time. And I saw a few quotes. I browsed over it real quick, and I saw a few promising things. So I'm going to read way over into it, like I love to do, and overthink all the stuff that he's saying and see what we can learn. So hopefully we should learn like where his head is at. And if it's long, as Curtis always says, we will skip. But let's see how it's going. So he was asked on having success with set pieces today. And I just seen there's 12 of us in the building. Remember to smash the likes. Thank you so much for joining me. I know it's late on a Sunday. If you have got work tomorrow, then you shouldn't be here and get some sleep. It's a school night. I'm kidding. So this is a boring question. He was asked on having success with set pieces today. It's very important. The reality is we worked set pieces less in the last week than all other aspects of the game. This is what? This is from the Arsenal website as well. That sentence made no sense. This is the beauty of it. We worked on a lot of things that happened and we trained them a lot. I'm really pleased with the clean sheet, which is something we've been missing to win more games. The amount of goals scored and sharing those goals as well, which I think is going to make a really good impact on the team. We learnt nothing. Next question. On why Declan Rice was taken off. Yes, so there is a worry that Declan Rice is like properly injured, and I don't know what you guys have seen on that, like if anyone could give me an update, but he was taken off and Jorginho came on. It looked like he felt some pain, so Arteta said he was feeling some tiredness. I don't know exactly what muscle it was, but when he says that at 3-0, obviously we don't want to take any risks. So yeah, it was a good time that he was able to take him off, and I'm so glad he did. I wish he would do that with Saka a bit more when Saka feels something, but anyway. And he carries on to say, and the same with Big Gabby as well. He had some discomfort. He had a tackle in the first half and he was struggling a bit. So it was the right moment to take them off. I'm actually really happy to see that, because I've been complaining that like these players, like he won't take them off and our rotation sucks. So I'm glad that he's actually learning a little bit and saying like, right, they have felt something a little bit here. I'm going to take them off. So whatever. That's good. Cool. Hopefully that shows, on the I can't see it. What's that say? Sorry, one sec. It says, on converting the chance we created after the 2 set-piece goals. Yeah, so that was the chance where Raya throws it overhead. And I'm sorry if you're not an Arsenal fan, by the way, watching this will probably be so boring to you. So if you want to leave, I totally understand. But yeah, sorry. So if you're not an Arsenal fan, you'll know that Mikel's press conferences are so boring. He literally tells us nothing. So just get through this, and then we're going to actually hear what some of the players said, which is a bit more exciting. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Anyway, so this is the one where Raya does this mad overhead throw, and then Jesus gets it and passes it to Trossard, and it's a really good goal. Woohoo! An actual goal from open play. Hallelujah! Who'd have thought? Anyway, having the ability to score from many different ways, especially when you attack a low block team like this, to score in a certain way, everything has to be nailed absolutely perfectly. That's a very Mikel control freakish answer, but okay. When you generate things that are a bit more chaotic, sometimes it opens teams up and is more difficult to do that. Today, I think we exploited that really well, because Palace had to change their behaviour and that allowed us spaces to exploit. Maybe that is referencing perhaps that we were playing a bit more direct football today, which was a really nice change, as opposed to this death by 1,000 passes thing. The goals that we did score from open play, they were much more direct. It was 1, 2, 3 passes. 2 passes from the goalkeeper and then a shot and a goal, rather than 100,000 passes and maybe a shot at the end. So Mikel's actually talking about that, saying generate things that are a bit more chaotic, and hopefully that means we're going to see a bit more of Arsenal actually generating like mini counter breaks and attacks and things like that, because our players thrive when they have a bit more space. All players do, but actually really exploiting that kind of moment is really, really nice to see, because so far this season there's been chances for us to go on the break, but they've been so rigid with just like, we must pass down the pitch, and then by that point all their players have got back into defensive position again. So it's nice to see Mikel actually recognizing that we can sometimes do it slightly differently. So yeah, I look forward to hopefully seeing more kind of counter-attacky type goals from Arsenal. On whether he wants more goals from our central defenders, what's he going to say? No, like, that's not their job. Of course he's going to say, absolutely. These questions, man. Anyway, I promise you, though, it's not a very long press conference today. He says, absolutely, and Gabriel's got the ability and timing. He sure do. Deliveries have been consistent and good as well. There are others like Willow. I imagine that's William Saliba. We've learnt William Saliba's nickname, Willow. That's nice. That have the capacity to score more goals. True. We don't have a 30, 40 goals on someone. We have to share them, and that's a good quality in the team. Okay, yeah, acknowledging what we all know, we do not have that 30 or 40 goal a season striker. Definitely Jesus is not that. And we've got to share them, and that's a good quality in the team, blah, 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 blah. I literally see like the numbers of people watching go down as we listen to more of Mikel's press conference. I'm so sorry. I promise you we can do this. I believe in you, and it will be over soon. There are not many questions left. Thank you for sitting here with me. So on the free-flowing football that led to the third goal. Okay, again, a bit more about this opening up of space, you know, attacking in a slightly different way. I have some hope here. Come on, Mikel, tell us something we don't know. Fingers crossed. Right. The whole action, reading the space, the behaviour of, here we go, of the front players to open them up, and then the individual action of Gabby to play the ball at the right time and right pace in front of the defender and Leo. It's what Leo does. He's so composed in the box. The closer he gets to the goal, the calmer he is. And I think the decision-making and execution was top. He's just praised it, really. And I agree with everything he said. Leo, hopefully this means that Leo will get a bit more chance to be in goal-scoring positions, because as Mikel says here, that's what he does best. And it's completely true, as we'll read later as well. Leandro talks about like what he strives to be is really calm and composed in the box. And we saw that completely yesterday. So Mikel's recognised it. Leo knows it. Hopefully we get to see him in goal-scoring positions a little bit more now. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm hoping for a new start, more rotation. These players get more minutes, you know. So on the confidence that Martinelli will get from scoring a brace, he's not going to say that's destroyed his confidence. Honestly, these questions, right? I think that's going to make him really good. Sometimes when you're in that period and he had a little issue in the last few days in training, so he wasn't fully fit, that changes momentum, it changes perception, it re-energizes you, it's everything. Yeah, spot on, completely agree. That's actually quite a good answer. I think we're nearly there. We're so nearly there, but this question, really, you've been invited. I'm so sorry to whoever asked this question. I know there are journalists on YouTube and stuff, but this is such like a dumb little, sorry, on whether he has spoken to George Graham after the match, who was famous for his set-piece goals. It's just a non-question. Like, I don't care. Ask him about whether he wants to win the league or not. Like, that's a fun little question, yeah, but not like, I want to know if we're going to win the league. Anyway, so Mikel just said, haha, no, I haven't had the chance to do that yet. Cheers for that. Cheers for that, Mikel. Cheers. Great question. Next. Right, on the plan now before our next game in 10 days. Resting and looking after some players. More rest after Dubai? I'm kidding. The players, obviously, like the whole playing schedule that they have now and having done with the World Cup, I do think they really actually need to make the most times that they can get rest. It helps with injuries. It helps with like mental fatigue, you know, let them rest, but keep them sharp, obviously. So maybe resting most of the day and then some like high intensity, like little explosive weight exercises or something. I don't know. So resting and looking after some players. At the moment, we are really short in numbers. So we really have to manage a few players. Really short in numbers. It's January. Maybe sell some of the ones you don't need and bring in a couple. I don't know. Radical idea, but probably easier said than done. So we really have to manage a few players, especially players that played a lot of football. Like Saka, I imagine. Or maybe he could have been rotated a bit more. This guy, it really annoys me. All right, we have good training blocks, one to train really hard and other ones to use for game preparation. So we're going to have to try to maximize that space. Okay, so he's just talking about managing their training sessions, things like that. Lovely jubbly. I think we're nearly there. Right. Oh my God, we did it. Okay. So that was the press conference reaction. You guys are still here with me. Thank you so much. What did you guys think? Did you learn anything new, or was it just typical Mikel waffle? I think BX says it all when he just he does skull emoji, face palm emoji, laughing face emoji. Yeah, I feel that. But I feel like I have to, you know, I want to hear what he said. Maybe one day he's going to actually tell us something we don't know. I feel like we could like come up with most of these answers. It's so rare that he actually says something that isn't so like entirely obvious. But NS Sports saying about Chelsea playing Liverpool soon. I have no right to be confident. Just look at where we are in the table, mate. That should tell you all you need to know. Yeah, it's a real mess right now. Would you take Jose back? I don't know. Ben Davies, I recognise your name from somewhere, saying come on you Spurs. Disagree. It's come on you Gunners, but you're welcome. You're welcome to support your club, you know. Spurs. I'm still so annoyed about drawing at home at the derby. God, when do we play you guys next? That'll be a good game. That'll be a really good game, actually, when we go away to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I still keep wanting to say White Hart Lane, you know, it's weird. The real Ben Davies is here. Maybe. I'm just coming in the chat going, come on, you Spurs. That would be mad. Hey, Connor, what did you think of the press conference? I thought it was horrendous. But anyway, a new bit now. where we're going to see what some of the players said after Arsenal's 5-0 defeat. If you've got any questions as well, stick them in the chat. It's really a pretty chilled out stream tonight. I'm probably not going to go much longer than an hour, just kind of looking at what's gone on since the game. Tyrell asks, I'm worried about this January window because we haven't signed anyone, but I just have this feeling Arsenal might get someone in the next couple of days of the window. I really hope you're right. It feels like almost it can't be the case that we're going to get through all of January and not sign anyone. It feels like we might sign someone, like pull something out of the bag. But what I've been saying this whole time, and what's really like getting to me, is that we need to be selling. We need to be getting rid of some of these players, and for money as well. And then I've got no faith that we're going to do that because of how bad Edu so far has shown to be, that we're bad at selling. You know, we got rid of Aubameyang on a free, and then Nice or whatever club he was at then sold him for 12 million the next season. So I have no hope that we're going to actually bring in any money this season. But I would just love to see them at least trying, and more links, like concrete links of some of our players going. As Gooner Gathering says, FFP ruined the transfer window. Yeah, it seems like no one has any room to maneuver at all. But everyone do go and follow Gooner Gathering if you haven't already. Those guys are my favourites. A question from Dejas. Yes, do put your questions in the chat. Thank you for the question, saying, hi, Fran, should Arteta leave at the end of the season if we don't win anything? How much more time will he get? And this is like the big question on everyone's lips at the moment, isn't it? And I'll need to, first of all, I want to know what happens at the end of the season. So I can't say until we know, but I don't know. It's so difficult. I mean, we had a Chelsea fan in the chat yesterday saying he fully believes that next season, I know there's always this next season thing. He fully believes, as a Chelsea fan, that with an Osimhen and maybe another winger, we have the opportunity to win the Prem, basically get there just with one more transfer window. And I'm kind of just one more. I'm kind of in that state where, as long as it's not a catastrophic decline at the end of the season, my take is if we take them all the way there, we're only 1 or 2 points behind the league leaders, we get to Champions League semi-finals, then I think maybe he deserves another shot at it. But if it is a real collapse again, and then, I think it might be time to find someone better. But I'm kind of inclined to just I'm always thinking just one more season, because I think, I don't know. You guys are probably going to rinse me for that, but I really feel like Arteta has, he's raw, yeah, and he's making loads of mistakes. But I feel like, I don't know. I'll have to do a whole stream where I actually properly think about it and look at everything. And I'm just really kind of torn with it. I am. I don't know. So Tyrell's saying at the start of the season, Arsenal have to win something. Yeah, you got a good point. Maybe I'm going back on myself, because I did say my expectations after last season, having spent 200 mil, was now we have to go on and win the league. We have to go on and do one better. Maybe I'm falling into the trap of saying oh, but Liverpool is so good. Oh, but Man City is so good. So you guys have to keep me in check, because I don't want to be that Gooner, So I think perhaps, yeah, maybe I'm just deluding myself into it could happen, it may happen, Arteta has all the potential to be a really good manager, but he just isn't yet. And it's when will he be? How long will it take? Will I just keep saying next season? Should we just bring in a proven winner and let Arteta go off and finish his apprenticeship somewhere else? I think if you brought him back in 10 years, he's got experience at a couple of other clubs, then by all means, I think he's got the potential to be a top-class manager. But right now, he's not. So yeah, it's a really interesting question, and I'm so torn on it. I see so many arguments either way, because I have some people in my chat reminding me why Arteta has done good things, and other people constantly reminding me about the standards that we need and how much money he spent and stuff. So I'm properly in the middle zone of thinking this one day, then that the next day. I just don't know. And it doesn't seem to be okay not to know, on YouTube. I just can't fully decide, honestly. So, yeah. Right, anyway, so I'm going to look at a new thing. I've made a new kind of layout thing. So look at this. And again, thank you for the questions. Like, put them in the chat. Colin, what's up? Saying if anyone does come in, it will be a loan, but don't hold your breath. I'm not holding my breath. If I was holding my breath for a loan, I would be dead. I think if we did fall away, he's more likely to resign than be sacked. Do you think? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because I was saying this to Alex, my boyfriend. I was saying, well, look, after if 5 years he spent this much money, don't you think, like, as someone who loves the club and has put so much into it, would you not just put your hands up and say, like, I'm not the person, I acknowledge that I'm not ready to take the club there yet, like, I've loved my time here, and just step down? My boyfriend was saying, like, no, you can't do that, like, because that admits, like, weakness and stuff. And I was saying, like, well, surely if you really want what's best for the club, you would do that. That would be the best scenario for me, I think. Basically, I don't want him to be sacked. I don't feel like, I don't know. But if he were to resign, I think that would be a really nice thing. Him just saying, like, I don't think I'm here to take you to the next level, but good luck, Arsenal. And then we could say, like, good luck, big up Mikel, see you later, and then move on to someone better. I would be okay with that at the end of the season. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky one. But I can't believe some of you are still here. It's nearly midnight in the UK on a Sunday night, on a school night, and there must be something wrong with me in the head because I'm here reading about whatever nonsense Arsenal have been saying after a match yesterday. There's something seriously wrong with football fans sometimes, I tell you. I need to go get some sleep. I want to know what the players said. So, right, so I've managed to, so this is on BBC Sports, and what they do is, like, type out everything that all the players said, like, to TNT after the match. And there were a few interesting things. This is where Mikel said, like, we're going to go for it. We're going to go for the title. So look, I'll show you that one first. And I've been moaning that Mikel never tends to actually say, like, we really want to win the Prem, and that's really annoyed me. But look, if you check your beady eyes into this one here, right, more from Mikel on being chasers in the Premier League title race. Oh no, I've lost the page now. All that work for nothing. I'm so sorry. No, I've lost it. One moment, please. Gosh damn it. Right, so more from Mikel Arteta on being chasers in the Premier League title race. Can you see all of it now? Sorry, I just gotta make sure you guys can see it all. Can you guys see it? Okay, well, hang on, let me make sure that you guys can see it all. There, right. Sorry about that. I'm still getting used to the whole StreamYard thing. So Mikel has asked on being chasers in the Premier League title race. He says, it is what it is. I enjoy it more when we win every single game, but we are in a good moment. This is the interesting part, okay? Guys, listen. So he says, we have the second half of the season to play for everything, and we will go for it. It isn't much. It is not much. But if you guys, like me, know anything about Mikel Arteta, that is probably the closest that we've ever heard from him this season on saying that they do actually want to win the Prem. Hallelujah. We never, ever hear this. And still, it's weak. It's weak mayonnaise version when I want sriracha sauce of them saying, like, let's win it. Let's go. Let's win it. But he does say, we have everything to play for and we will go for it. For me, I'm taking it. From Mikel, that's a lot, right? They never want to say that they're actually going for the Prem. So, hallelujah. And he goes on to say, on whether Arsenal can compete with Manchester City and Liverpool, we will try our best. There again, he's doing all the whole, like, no accountability thing, so we can't come back in, but whatever. We need to make sure our players feel trusted and have the confidence. Well, maybe you should play them all more, Mikel. If they are doubting, that is not helpful. Mikel, you literally do this to ESR and Trossard. We love the players we have. Okay, well, put your money where your mouth is, Mikel, and actually show them that you trust them and make them not doubt themselves and actually play them. I mean, I'm not sure. That would feel like a kick in the guts to players like Ramsdale, Trossard, ESR, Nelson. They're going to listen to that and be like, sure thing, boss. Okay. You know, slimy there, Mikel. Slimy. On substitutions in the second half, Declan Rice was feeling a sensation in his hamstring. We don't want to take any risks at 3-0. Gabriel, we've heard this bit. Right, so what else did he say to TNT Sports? She said, the positivity we had right from the beginning. I had a really good feeling in the last 10 days about the team and how they reacted. You're going to have a good feeling when you're in Dubai, aren't you? Honestly. They are great players. We have a great team stay and they really wanted it. I could feel that. Oh, these are so boring. It was a win with a clean sheet and we scored 5 goals, which we really needed. Okay. We opened the game up the way we did with the early goal, which is really helpful as it means the opponent has to be more aggressive, which allows more spaces. We exploited that really well. On set piece, I've heard this bit. Oh, he says we want to be the best team in the world in the next bit. We work on everything. We want to dominate every phase of play. We want to be the best team in the world, so you have to be the best in everything. We can still do better, so we will continue to work on everything that can make us better. Guys, this is what annoys me about Mikel. I'm going to go full screen. So he says all the right things, all of the right things. He could be a politician, like he could speak for England, this guy. Like any question he's asked, he will say all the right things. And that's probably why so many of the fan base are so behind the guy. But sometimes words that he's saying, like in that bit I just read out about showing the players that he trusts them all and that they can't doubt themselves and that he needs to include them all, like he says something and then acts completely different. And I think so many people get sold by his like good speeches and stuff, but he's not acting like the way he's saying. And then again, saying they want to be the best team in the world. Like, are you really like putting your money where your mouth is? And you can talk the talk, but are you going to walk the walk? Like, he's a spin merchant and I don't trust him. I hate being spoken to like that. I've got this thing about when politicians try and like wheedle their way out of answers. I get so mad, and I get that same like madness listening to Arteta. Like I want someone to just tell it to me how it is and be honest. And I love it when I love that guy that sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit. And I love Klopp because he just says it how it is. And I just hate being spun a yarn, you know. I just hate it. But we'll get back to it and see what else he says. But he doesn't. He talks the talk, but he does not walk the walk. Like his actions speak louder than words, guys. Actions speak louder than words, and this guy's not going to fool me anytime soon. So, Salvatore is saying he admitted last season he almost resigned after we failed last season. I hope he does that. Yeah. I almost felt a bit bad for him then. He said like he was doubting himself all summer and he was really upset. But I mean, I don't feel too bad for him because you're on millions a year. You know, you can pay. This actually sounds really harsh, but I'm not ever too sympathetic towards the players and the managers. I know that having a lot of money like isn't the solution to all your ills. However, I'm a really strong believer in like mental health support and therapy and seeing psychologists and counselors, and money can get you that. Okay, so I don't think you can really be wallowing in the fact that you didn't win the league and stuff. Like, pay for someone to help you with that. Sorry. And this is coming from someone, me, like I have my own, like I have therapy and stuff, so a bit of a side quest there. But yeah, if he doesn't do it this season and if we do capitulate again, I think he should resign. Like, if you really want what's best for the club and you're not on an ego trip, then literally just resign. Like, someone else will hire you. He's shown like enough, hasn't he, to go to like maybe lower half of the Prem side to like rebuild them, a bit like Emery's done with Villa. I see it, and we need to bring in someone like top tier. As I say, I think he does have the potential and the drive and like the nous to be top level, but he's just learning on the job and making so many mistakes. And Arsenal is not a nursery classroom, you know. We need people who are ready, been there, done it, and are going to win for us. So, AJ says 1 trophy from a possible 16 doesn't lie. I'm sorry, no Prem or Champions League, and he has to go. Yeah, that's what I said at the beginning of the season. So if I want to be like true to myself, then I should stick to that. So make sure I do. I said he needs to win the Prem. So unless hugely extenuating circumstances, that's where I stood at the beginning of the season. I don't think the situation has changed so much that is not still the case. The only situation that's changed is that our tactics have kind of been messed with overly much for like no reason really, other than like paranoia. Teja's saying Arteta is a good coach but still needs a lot of experience. This is his first job as the manager of any team. Completely agree. Pep and Klopp have a lot of experience in their bag and know how to win leagues. And this is the thing, like a lot of these situations when players become injured or like things come up that you can't plan for. Managers like Pep and Klopp and other managers with many years of experience who've been there and put in the yards have experienced situations like that in the past or very similar situations and can draw on that experience that has happened in the past with them to think, oh, right, so back when this happened to this player when I was at this club, we brought in this player to play here and switch this player here. So maybe I could do something similar here. But Arteta does not have that wealth of like managerial experience. He's been a football player, yeah, and probably seen things happen in his teams, but he's not managed teams and had to go over these little hurdles and boundaries. And this is why, like, these random decisions, like Havertz coming in, these are learning moments. Like, these are things that he's never done before. And further on down the line, he'll look back and say, like, oh, maybe remember I did Havertz. That would mean that maybe I shouldn't buy a player like that again. But he's making those decisions now and not looking in the past at when he did it. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's doing his learning experiences now and doesn't have any to draw back on because he's currently creating them, and it's just like a little bit mad. I said it was like a toddler, like going into a science classroom and just like using all the Bunsen burners and that, and just like trying to like experiment their way into knowing about science. And sure, like after enough experimentation, they might learn how to make like all the right chemicals and stuff. But a lot of chaos will happen like while they're learning, and that's kind of Mikel at the moment. Yeah, so I agree. Arteta has spent £637 million on 26 signings. He has been backed more than enough. Yeah, I would agree that he has definitely been backed. It's just whether him and Edu have like bought the right players or not. And they have bought like a lot of really good players like Gabriel, Odegaard. I love Gabriel. Saliba, they managed to like obviously like not sell him, which is great. Promoting Saka, Jesus and Zinny were good, but now they've kind of dropped off. Trossard's great, but then also lots of like mediocre players have come in, and that does happen in clubs. Like managers never have a 100% success rate, but yeah, the talent ID is questionable for the amount of money that's been spent. Like, would a top manager have used these funds in a more effective way? Probably. Like Mikel's not done bad, but if a manager with more experience had that amount of money, I imagine we might be in a slightly better place, arguably. Mr. V is up. What's up? Hello. Saying, big up, Fran. Guess who's back again? Guess who's back? Back again. Tony's back. Tell your friends. No, he still wants to come to Arsenal, Mr. B. I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding. Well done for backing Toney, like you guys. And I'm glad, like, for you fans that you've actually got him back. And I feel like he's been a little disrespectful to you sometimes, like in the press conferences. So I'm glad that he's back and firing because Brentford need it. And he needs to repay you guys for your loyalty, you know. The Mexican gunner saying, what's the secret weapon against KDB? Saliba, maybe. Or Declan Rice? What is the secret weapon? Tell me, Mexican gunner, the $100 million question. Fran doing the night shift. Yeah. So I've actually worked out that doing these streams at about 10:30, 11 is really a good time for me because my boyfriend goes to bed at about 10:30 because he works really early. So then I'm kind of left to my own devices, and it's a really good time to stream. And also, most people are streaming. Like, there aren't many people streaming at this time, I find. Like, it's really quite busy at about from like 5 till 9. Like, everyone's streaming at that time. And this little slot at night, like, most people have gone to bed. So it's quite a good little slot, and I'm most awake at this time. So I hope you guys enjoy. Hopefully you can, like, listen to a little bit of my waffle before you go to bed. Pete is here. What's up? Hello, Pete. We're just looking at what the players are all saying and stuff after the match yesterday. There's been a few interesting quotes. A lot of like PR from Arteta, as always. Oh, you're still up, Katie. Hello. Saying, do you stream on Twitch too? I do not. I tried to set up a Twitch account and then somehow got like locked out because I forgot my password and I haven't reset it, and I changed my email address. So, but I should. Maybe I will. At the moment, I'm just on YouTube. I love YouTube. I don't even use like Twitter or Instagram to say when I'm posting, you know. Just building it on YouTube. Gooner Gathering saying, took cheeky Toney all of 20 minutes to cause controversy. I know, Mr. B, how do you feel? Do you feel betrayed? Like, that guy needs to stop doing interviews, honestly. Right, anyway, let me get back to the thing. So we've heard a bit from Arteta. So Bukayo Saka was interviewed. Actually, let's hear a little bit more from Mikel and then we'll move on. So he was speaking to Match of the Day and he said, "We're very pleased, clean sheet and 5 goals, win the game and performance. I had a really good feeling after we left the stadium after Liverpool. The performance was there, but the results were not." Mikel, you had a really good feeling after you left the stadium after Liverpool? Are you mad? We lost 2-0. We got knocked out of the FA Cup. Or was it no, it was the FA Cup. You had a good feeling? What are you talking about? That's wild. I had a really good feeling after we left the stadium after Liverpool. I know it's like slightly lost in translation, and he's just saying that the performance was better than what the result showed. Whatever. Like we won on field tilt, guys. So that's wild, though. Mikel, you're such a spin merchant. I cannot. Today we were much more efficient in the opponent's box, particularly than the last few games. Yes, we actually scored some goals. Last few games we had moments playing better than today, but this is about scoring goals. Okay, he's just trying to keep the team confident. He doesn't do tough love, really, does he? Unless it's to a few players, he just doesn't play. But everyone else, he's really it's very much like reinforcement, like happy parenting, which supposedly is a really good way to parent. But these are not your kids. They're professional football players. They're grown men. Sometimes they just need the hairdryer treatment, you know? That's the feeling I get. Hopefully, behind changing rooms, he's a little bit harsher. But set pieces are a big part of us, especially against teams that want to defend deeply. It's a good way to win games. Nice. Yep, true. We've actually scored the most headers out of everyone in the Prem. Fun fact. Yeah. The success of last season was the amount of players who scored more than 10 goals. We're going to have to do that again. But Mikel, last week, didn't you say that was a one-off? This guy. Sorry. I know I nitpick, but we used moments of the game we knew we could exploit really, really well. The subs did really well and had a big impact. Everyone was really focused. This is the second part of the season. We want to tackle it with a lot of aggression and motivation. I would like to play 3 days after, but it is what it is. We'll keep preparing. We must continue to do better and improve as a team. I learned nothing. Thank you, Mikel. Yeah, right. So I want to hear what Saka's got to say. So he also spoke to TNT Sports, and what was he asked? I don't know. He was probably asked how important was this victory today, and he said, Bukayo said, "It's really important. First thing was to win today, but that early goal helped. It calmed us and we could control the game more. I thought Gabriel Martinelli was going to get a hat-trick at one point. Yeah, that would have been great, wouldn't it? If he'd have had a couple more minutes to play, I reckon he would have. Dubai was really nice for us to have that break. We weren't in the best form before that, and it helped us refresh and work on the things that we needed to do. That's good to hear. I was hoping they would do that. We all knew we could score goals. We believe in ourselves, and you saw that today because we scored 5 and we're happy with our performance. I needed the rest, to be honest. It was nice." That's nice to hear Bukayo saying that he knows he needed the rest. Bukayo, we've been saying that to you for the last 3 years, so it's nice to see that you acknowledge this. So I'm glad, it warms my heart to know that Bukayo had a nice rest. God knows he needs it, to have the weight of the country and the whole club on his shoulders for 3 years. It was nice that he enjoyed the rest. That's good. So he was asked, "Can you fight all the way?" Yeah, I actually believe it. The break came at the right time. Oh, that's good. That's good. He actually believes it. Okay, that's good. The break came at the right time. We're all hungry to push strongly until the end of the season. Okay, well, let's see it then. Let's see it. Come on, Bukayo. Going out the FA Cup really hurt me. So I'm sure we'll use that to push in the Premier League and the Champions League next month. They keep saying about these failures and bad performances and using it to push on. You have so much ammunition now to push on, guys. You missed out on the top 4. Last season, you missed out on the Premier League title. Use that pain and hurt, okay, to not do it again and actually push on and prove everyone wrong and not end up heartbroken at the end of the season. You guys have it in your power to end up actually proud of yourselves and actually happy at the end of the season. You can still win the Prem. And I'm liking this fighting talk from Saka, but I hope to God that he means it. And I really hope the whole team, they need that hustle right now. They need to dig deep, and they need one of those over enthusiastic American baseball coach team talks before every match. We need that cup final mentality we had last season. If they can win this Prem. And I just want to fully see them, fully go for it, you know? If we do come slightly short, it's about how we came slightly short. If it's lackluster performances, sloppy chances, more and more of the same, then it's not good enough. But if we've given sweat, blood, tears, and things just haven't quite gone our way, then I'll be a bit more lenient. Like, guys, give it 110%. You've got a short period as a footballer to play, haven't you? And you want to give, you don't want to leave anything behind. So come on, guys. Like, oh, I'm so excited for them. Like, come on, we can still win the Prem. It's unlikely, we can still do it. What else have we got? A bit more from Saka. Let's hear a bit more from Saka, and then we'll have a few questions. Put some questions in the chat, and I'll do a quick Q&A, and then it's bedtime for all of us, right? So more from Bukayo Saka speaking to TNT Sports. Most games, it feels like we're going up against a low block. Oh yeah, this one's quite interesting actually. The Premier League is a really physical league. It's about me studying it, trying to find a solution, whether that's dribbling, finding space, or passing it. And this has been a really interesting thing that I've actually enjoyed hearing from Bukayo this season, how it's been his personal mission to try and overcome these really tight situations that him and all of the top players in the world find themselves in, where they're suddenly surrounded by 3 or 4 men because they've got the ball and everyone knows they're such a threat. So Bukayo has actually been studying and working out whether to dribble out those situations, like run away, find space, or pass it. And it's cool to hear like the brain cogs whirring, and the fact that he's like fully like thinking about how to do that shows the kind of elite mentality that he has. He's not just gone like, oh, I can't do it this season, you know. So I have every faith that Bukayo, with his mentality, he's so elite, like will, and he is slowly learning how to get through these situations. So we love you, man. Keep going. It hasn't been easy, but I'm still trying, and we're still doing well as a team. This part's funny. He says, we do a lot of work on set pieces. It's the worst. Our set piece coach tries to make it fun. We're doing well, and what he's doing is working. Yeah, that's the same as when we were in hockey. Like, all we wanted to do was like play like games. So I suppose that it's called the same thing in football. We just wanted to play matches against each other the whole training session. And the coach would say like, no, guys, we actually need to practice like our short corners and stuff. And it was so tedious. You're doing the same thing again. But he says we're doing well and what he's doing is working. So keep doing it, guys. Nicholas Jova, like man of the match today, for real. We went out the FA Cup mostly on a set piece, so we wanted to put it right today and get a clean sheet. We scored 2, so we're happy. I like that. I like that mentality. I like it. Everyone knows we lost the last 3 games, so this one was important for us and the fans to build some momentum. When you look at the league table, you want to be first. You don't want to be 3rd, 4th, or 5th. That's my feeling personally. So that's what we know from Bukayo. He's got that elite mentality. He wants to be first, doesn't want to be lower down on the table. And look, I think that's enough. It's not the most interesting, but let's see what you guys are saying. So I'm done with that stuff for now. Let's go back to full screen. Thank you for sitting through some of that with me. We learned a little bit, but Uni Gathering does Twitch, Katie. So yeah, if you're on Twitch, go over and check them out. Mr. B saying, Gooner Gathering, fed up with people spotlighting Toney allegedly cheating on the FK. Maybe he did, but most players cheat. Gaff is back. Yeah, defend your man, Mr. B. None of the allegedly. I think it was bending the rules. Heck of a goal. Oh, free kick. Oh, I haven't heard this. So was there controversy around Toney? Who'd have thought controversy around Ivan Toney? Fran, my good friend Mr. Wilson, big Arsenal fan, was there. Liverpool versus Liverpool FA Cup. Said it was like a sucker punch when Diaz scored. Ha ha ha. Laughing emoji, Ravi. Very, very funny. That must have been very funny for you. No, we don't talk about it, okay? Stop laughing at us. It was a very, very heartbreaking day for us. Stop it. Uni Gathering say, I'm about to go to bed. Just want to say I interviewed Fran on this day last year. Oh, the first time we spoke. So proud of your work, Fran. Thank you. Thank you for getting me into YouTube. And I can't believe that's flown by. This day last year, that's crazy. Yes, guys, do subscribe to Uni Gathering if you have not. They are the first place I ever went on YouTube on, and always close to my heart. So considering present form, Tejas asks, realistically, which team do you think will win the Premier League? Considering present form, it's between Liverpool and City. Honestly, between those two, I'm not too sure. you'd probably say on form, Liverpool actually are in the best form. But City having KDB back, like, that's scary. Arsenal are not in the best form, but we have the chance right now to get into a massive run of form. And I'm staying hopeful until we inevitably capitulate again. Then it's a head loss, honestly. I'm so tired of like getting all hopeful and just being disappointed again. You guys who've been asking for that way longer than me will be like, first time? Yeah. Mr. B saying, oh, totally awesome win for the Arsenal. 5-0 against Palace, a team that was weak and virtually surrendered. Forest gave us a lot more of a challenge than Palace gave you lot. Oh, what? You came with violence today, Mr. B. Slow. I'm only joking. I like Brentford. Chill. Yeah, what was the score against Brentford? Was it the 2-2 one? No, Forest, Brentford. Was it? Remind me of the score, but yeah. Palace were very bad. I do agree. Big up every time. E-Rolls. What's up? We're just finishing up. If you've got any questions, stick them in the chat. Bit more of a laid back stream today. Tomorrow I'll probably, well, I'm helping my dad in the afternoon, but what I'm going to do is rewatch that Palace game to like really pick into it a little bit more. If you guys like someone who like overthinks and is overly pedantic and will read like 100 things into like the most nonsense items of football, then that's me. Welcome. If you want to overthink every kick of the game, then here I am. So yeah, I'm going to rewatch the game and then come back to y'all and we'll do a stream like about the rewatch and like new things that I might have learned or picked up on. So that'll probably be tomorrow's stream if I have time. If not, then I'll just come on again about 10, 11 at night and we'll just talk about what's happened during the day. You know, daily streams from now on, that is the recipe. So everyone keeps asking me this, am I Arteta in or out? I'm still Arteta in. But I always say I'm like hanging on by my fingertips because he's really trying my patience. But I still think he could do it. But yeah, I'm my patience is very, 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 very thin. So yeah, thank you very much. Do hit the like, people. Unless there are any other questions, we'll call it a day. Been on for just about an hour. Not the most exciting stream, but Mikel's press conferences never are exciting. Ross, your timing is amazing again. We just finished talking about Mikel. And in fact, what can we take from today? So what we can take from today, they did actually tentatively say, finally, that they're going for it and they're going for the league title. They didn't explicitly say, like, we want to win the league title, but they did as best as we could. Again, I'll go back and quote Mikel. And he was asked, let me find it again. So Mikel was, in fact, asked more from Mikel Arteta on being chasers in the Premier League title race. We have the second half of the season to play for everything, and we will go for it. So Mikel, often you speak well, but don't follow it up with the right actions. He was speaking about showing his players that he trusts them and not letting them feel doubtful. And again, his actions don't back this up. So Mikel, if you are going to go for it and you have the second half of the season to play for, show me. You know, I'm fed up of listening to your words, your jam, your waffle, your syrup, your sweet, sweet words. It's empty. There is no nutritional value. It's fake waffle. It's fake syrup. I don't believe it, Mikel. That's not a real waffle, Mikel. It's a foam waffle. It's a wax waffle. It's a waffle statue. I'm fed up with it. I'm not believing your words and I want to see it. Actions speak louder than words, Mikel, and I want to see you go for it, okay? So it's bedtime. Great, Fran, a triumph. Hit the like button, people. Thank you, Eros. Thank you, Mr. B. Thank you, Connor. Thank you for being with me tonight. Arsenal to win the Champions League, but Tottenham win the Premier League. What? Oh my God, wait, you're Connor. Right. What are you asking me here? Right, Arsenal to win the Champions League, but Tottenham win the Premier League. Or we win nothing. Obviously, I don't even care. If we win the Champions League, I don't care. Tottenham can take the Prem. I don't care. I don't care. Like, we've never won the Champions League before, but we have won the Prem ages ago, I'll admit that, but I'd be fine with that. What are you saying? They would be like the Spurs fans would be insufferable for a year, but I wouldn't care because we'd have won the Champions League. So, Taib looking sleepy. You go to bed if you need, no worries. Good old Miketa. I need to go to bed. Good old Mikel Arteta, lol. People get your syrup worth what? I can't read. Get your syrup ready. True politician, Fran. Honestly, tell me about it. I went in a whole rant earlier. Like, even just trying to read out his answers made me so angry with like the way he skirts around the question. And I hate being lied to. I hate being spoken to by politicians, like being spoken to as if I'm like an idiot, an effing idiot, if you will. Like, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Like, just speak to me straight. I hate being spun a yarn, right? So if you watch back, I got a little heated, but yeah, wax waffle, Mikel Arteta. I like it, Taib. I like what you're thinking. Jason, what's up? Arteta saying that don't mean shit. Just a puppet delivering the message. Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice. That's why I'm saying, like, put your money where your mouth is. I'm fed up of hearing his pretty words, and I think 80% of the fan base, they love Arteta so much because he says all the right things, but I'm not being fooled by it. Like, show me in your actions. Show me that you actually mean what you're saying. You're saying you want to give VSR minutes, give it minutes. You're saying you want your players to feel trusted, then rotate. You're saying that you're going to actually fully go for the league. I mean, you probably said you were going to fully go for our cup competitions. And how did that go, Mikel? So I want to see. I'm fed up with listening. I'm not listening. I will judge you on your actions and the actions that you show, considering the ambition of the team and the club. And, you know, a good start would be selling some of the players that you don't need or bringing someone in. But I doubt that is going to happen. But anyway, let's see. So, Fran, next stream, so I can actually be on time for one. Tomorrow evening at 10 or 11. Yeah, we're going to do it every day, and that will be the time. So, tomorrow evening, 10 or 11, and then the next day at 10 or 11. I'll see you there. Hopefully, I'll see you there, E-Roth. We'll be there. It's a hypothetical joke, Mr. B. Fran, thoughts on... Okay, couple more questions, then we'll go. You guys always liven up when I'm about to go. Damn. Right, Fran, thoughts on ESR going on loan to West Ham? Ridiculous. Don't let it happen. If you're going to let him go, sell him. Actually, I don't know. You made me think about it. I think don't get rid of him if you're not going to make any money for him. On loan, it's just you're weakening the squad for no reason. And it looks like he does actually intend to rotate him a little bit more, though. I've heard that before. So don't send him on loan. That's just weakening our squad for no reason. If we actually got a good cash offer in 30, 40 mil, we can go and get another player from it, then fine. Like, I'm not happy about it, but at least we can then like build the team a little more. But no way. We're so weak in squad depth already. Like, don't get rid of him on loan. That's crazy. No, we don't gain anything from it. I take it, Fran, because then we can win. We won a UCL argument. Exactly. I take it. I don't care what Spurs are doing. We win the Champions League. I don't care. Con artists and politicians, lol. Yeah, let's not do a political stream because I will go off. The state of the politics of this country is a mess. Of course, the players are going to say the players saying we're still in the race for the title. What do you expect to say? Yeah, they can't exactly not, can they? But right, guys. Guys, stop asking me interesting questions. I gotta go. Fran, for you, who is your front three to start generally? Last season, I would have said Martinelli, Jesus, and Saka. But this season on form, I'm saying maybe Martinelli, Trossard, Saka. But Martinelli's been in dog form, so I don't know. This season, win the dog, Trossard, and Gabby Magalhaes. Those are my front three at the moment. So they extend contracts at cheaper than paying a transfer fee and wages. Yeah, I hear that. This guy got rizzed by a 10 out of 10. What? Right, this guy got rizzed by a 10 out of 10. Now he can't leave her, even though he is being used, because he knows he ain't getting another one. What? Who? What? Who are you talking about? It's too late for this. Right, it's too late for this. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening at the same time. I love you guys. I love some of your comments. I love some of your comments. The comment that's still the best for me is when I jokingly asked you guys. I asked Like, what if Arteta was sacked? What would happen to Win the Dog? And someone just unironically typed in, Win the Dog would be adopted or put down. With no emojis or anything. It was just it escalated so quickly. Everyone in the chat was like, bro, what? The dog would be put down. And I don't think I'd ever seen this guy's name in the chat before. That's just the first thing he ever said. And then I don't think we saw him again. That was just it. I've never seen him again. You just came in to see that. All right, breath of fresh air, this Jason. I like Jason. He makes me laugh. Right, okay, this has been too fun. Winless the dog, Ben Orange. You guys are a good chat. Like, we're a little channel, but you guys are funny. You make me laugh. I wouldn't do this without like your comments. You actually keep me going. So thank you so much, guys. I love you. Jason, love, man. It is his wife's dog. What are you on about? It's his wife's dog. He gets told to take the dog to work. That's an unfair deal. Like, the wife gets the dog and then says, like, oh, I don't want to look after it. You have to take it to work, husband. I'm like, no, like, it's your dog. You take it to work. Right, I gotta go. Good night, guys. This has actually been a really fun one for such a bore. I feel like the more boring the press conference is, like, the more fun we have just to, like, entertain our brains. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a great Sunday night. Sleep well, whatever you're doing, or if you're staying up, have a great evening, okay? I'll see you guys. Thank you so much. Big up, everyone. Hit the likes, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.